Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing good. So today's video is going to be about uh, why to study in United States. Now there are many options available throughout the world where you can choose your universities or your uh, way of doing your masters or a higher education. Where do you want to study around the world? So today in this video I'm going to talk about my 5 reasons why I would recommend you guys to come to United States for your higher education. So my first reason would be being in the center of the world. Now, US has all the great universities like MIT, Harvard, and many more universities which are very well known, where you can get your education from. So I would say that back in India, I used to think that there are so many things going around the world, so I was not able to catch up with all the activities which was going around the world. But since uh, I started researching and I decided to come to United States, it's I came to know that United States is the place where the future is born. So this is the best place for innovations and all the other things which you will like to come here and see. So since this is like in center of the world, I will definitely recommend you guys to do your higher education here in United States. My second reason would be funding. Now, whenever it comes to uh, study or whenever you decide to do something like higher education outside in abroad in countries like United States, the first question rises up is the funding. Like the master's degree program can go up to as high as $60,000 a year for your education, and it can be very expensive if you do not plan ahead proper time. So very great thing about US universities is that they provide a lot of funding. Now the full financial aid funding comes in a different way. Like you can get an assistantship job in your university after you come to university. I will recommend you to contact professors when you get admits from your university. Now there are other ways of getting the funding, like one was the teaching assistantship, then the other is scholarship. Now many schools, universities provide fundings as a scholarship, like many professors do research and everything in which they need the assistantship from students. So they invite students, or you need to talk to professors before you come to the university or when you get the admits, and I will highly recommend you to contact them via your school email ID to get into touch with them and ask them if they are available for any assistantship jobs. And the other way of funding would be to do a part-time job inside the school, like to work as at a computer desk center or something, where you can make some part-time money and get your funding. But basically most of the funding for your masters can be covered if the professor is willing to take you as a research assistant or a teaching assistantship. My third reason would be working after graduation. That's very important, and as you know, working after graduation is very important for many of the international students who come here to pursue their higher education, and they want to pay off their education loans or whatever it might be. So the third reason I'm saying it's very important to work after US education is in United Kingdom. Within 3 months you have to pack your bags and go back to your country. But here in US there is something called OPT for international students, that after your graduation you get your working period for 1 year of OPT. And if you are a STEM major, which is science, technology, engineering and mathematics, then you get 2 more years of extension. So you get total around like 3 years of working opportunity to work after your higher studies. And also after that 3 years, or within the 3 years, if you have a very good company, then they might offer you some H-1B visa sponsorship. So after 3 years also you can continue working in the US for more like 3 and beyond that 6 more years. So that's the third most reason is working after the graduation. US gives you a lot of opportunity to work after you are graduated from your universities. You don't have to go back to your country. You just have to implement whatever you learned in your classes. The fourth very important reason which I would say is income after graduation. So as we discussed in the third topic, that you have chance of getting into a US universities and then working after that. So income, like most of the STEM major or the people who are in field like science, technology and business entrepreneurship, they they make they can make up to like $100,000 a year depending on which major you are in. But all of the education's loan which students take, especially the international students to come here in United States, is totally worth it if you get a job after you study your higher education here in the US. So I will highly recommend that you should consider this fourth option into mind, that after your graduation you will be making good and sufficient amount of money which will be uh, very beneficial to pay off your student loan debts or any kind of opportunity. So this was the fourth most very important reason, that the income of yours after the graduation would make a huge impact in your career, and you can grow a lot of connections, and you can make a lot of money if you properly plan accordingly and you graduate from a university and you get your job. And the fifth is very most interesting topic, and which I personally feel like it should be experienced by every international student, is the cultural exposure and the prominent lectures. Now, cultural exposure, like many of the international students come from different countries who have never traveled abroad in any countries, but they will be so enriched to sit with the knowledge, and they will be sitting in class with many people coming from China, Brazil, India, Indonesia, many countries. So it will be a totally different culture exposure which you will get in US universities. When back in India, I used to study within the limited region of my cultural people, but when I came back to US universities, I found out that there are so many cultural opportunity to like explore them, and you will make so many good friends, and you will be able to understand how their culture works and everything else you need to know. So the cultural exposure is very, very, very crucial part of your education, higher education. You will come to know how big the world is and how different your nation is as compared to the other nation. So that is the most interesting thing you will find out when you come here in the United States. And the other thing is prominent lectures. Now in US universities, like good universities like MIT, Harvard, many of the well-known entrepreneurs come and give the lectures based on their own experience in their life. So that is also very important lesson, like many of the well-known people come to your classes and they teach you personally in a limited number of classes. They take lectures and expert lectures and give you the brief and the detailed structure of plans, what they did in their life and everything, their life experiences, and you will come to know a lot of many things which you never even thought of. So that is, of course, the 5 most reasons why I would recommend you guys or any international students to come to United States and study. It will really make you a big impact, and it's a great life experience which everyone should consider it. So that's it for my video. I hope you like this video, and I will be making more topics like which will be discussed on how to clear the exams, how to score an entrance exam so that you can come to university scholarship, how to apply, and as an immigrant, what are the steps in United States. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like all these kinds of videos, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy the amazing videos if you go onto my channel and look for them. So thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.